ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति सुपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगण ललिता शिविशाखान्वितं ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्य च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदाले कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरि ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्णा। So we are reading from Mukundmala Stotra, 22nd shloka. मदन परिहर स्थितिं मदीये मनसि मुकुंद पादार विंदधाम्नि हरनयन कृशानुन कृशोसी स्मरसि न चक्र पराक्रमं मुरारे। मदन परिहर स्थितिं मदीये मनसि मुकुंद पदार विंदधाम्नि हरनयन कृशानुना कृशोसी स्मरसि न चक्र पराक्रमं मुरारे। Yes, somebody. Yes, Sachi Mataji or Mayur Mataji, somebody.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। मदन परिहर स्थितिं मदीये मनसि मुकुंद पदरविंद धाम्नि हरनयन कृशानुना कृशासि स्मरसि न चक्र पराक्रमं मुरारे।
Hari Bol. Translation. Prince Prabhu, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Translation. O Cupid, abandon your residence in my mind, which is now the home of Lord Mukunda's lotus feet. You have already been incinerated by Lord Shiva's fiery glance. So why have you forgotten the power of Lord Murari's disc?
Hari Bol. O Cupid, abandon your residence in my mind, which is now the home of Lord Mukunda's lotus feet. Already been incinerated by Lord Shiva's fiery glance. So why have you forgotten the power of Lord Murari's disc? So Kulashekar Alvar is giving a warning to Cupid Kamadev. Why have you occupied my mind still? Why don't you abandon the residence of my mind? Actually, I have already placed my sweet Lord in my heart. Who is that? Lord Mukunda. His lotus feet is already there. Please vacate. I don't want to be unnecessarily allured by the so-called material attractions. I don't want to get attracted to the material world's glamorous things. Please sleep immediately. I am not interested. Lord Mukunda has already taken, he has put his lotus feet and have taken shelter of his lotus feet. Please abandon. Don't any longer stay in my heart or in my mind. And you already been incinerated by Lord Shiva's fiery glands. Shiva has already got annoyed at Kamadeva. Kamadeva wanted to instigate Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva glanced him and already destroyed him. Okay, now have you forgotten Lord Murari's disc? Okay, it is not Lord Shiva's fiery glands, but now you will be destroyed by the disc of Lord Murari. It is greater than Lord Shiva's fiery glands. So please abandon, please leave at once. I don't want your association. So in brief, Kulashekar Alvar is instructing all of us, don't get attracted to the glamorous world, which is temporary, which gives only miseries. Keep the lotus feet of Lord Murari in our minds. That only will help us. Only Lord Murari can help us. Only Lord Mukunda can give us liberation from these miseries of material world. We are undergoing the threefold miseries time and again, okay, non-stop. It is said that 90% we have to face miseries, and 10% only we may enjoy. That 10% also vary from person to person. It's not that 10% will enjoy, 90% will have bad time. No, 10% is also maximum. So why Lord has given like that, made this universe like that? Maximum miseries, less happiness. Little sense gratification when we get, we think, oh, we forget all other miseries. We think that, happiness is more here, miseries are less. But actually, it is not the case. Miseries are more, 90%, almost 90% miseries, 10% happiness we may get, provided, we have not done some sinful activities in the past lives. So depending upon our karma, we may enjoy the happiness in varying degrees from 1 to 10%. Okay, so in this material world, we are all undergoing miseries only. So the gap between two miseries, that is a flickering time. That is what we think it is happiness. Actually, we are covered totally by miseries, but sometimes some gap will be there. That will be filled up with some so-called happiness. That happiness also will bring miseries further. Happiness should bring happiness. But here in the material world, happiness brings what? Miseries. Why? Can you give some example? This happiness brings miseries. Can you give some example?
Prabhuji, we like the taste of prasadam and we may overeat, and then that can cause stomach upset.
Yeah. So, in the name of satisfying our belly, our taste buds, we keep eating more. Atyahara. Okay. But that ends up in indigestion, which causes problem, health problem. So that's why the so-called happiness also brings miseries. So whether it is Sukriti or Dushkriti, it is not good. Pious or impious deeds. Impious deed, definitely it brings miseries to us because it's impious. Pious deeds also. Pious deeds are like the sugar-coated pills. Children, they don't like the bitter pills. So the medical industry is also very smart.
Flavored. Flavored fruit.
Outside, they will cover it up with sugar coating, inside bitterness, bitter pill. So the children will take. In the earlier days, all bitter, elixir, tonic and all. Nowadays, they have come up with good items. We will not feel the bitterness. We have to just swallow it. So like that, the pious deed is like the sugar-coated pills. Okay? Because when we do pious activities, what happens? will be placed in a nice situation. We'll be getting a good birth. What is that? Janma Ishwarya Shrodashri. Okay. We'll get a good birth in good Janma, in good house. And Aishwarya, wealth. Shruda, knowledge. Shri, beauty. So all these will get when you do pious activities. But then how do we live a life when we get this? That is yet to be seen. When we have a lot of money, we tend to live a sinful life. Why? Because arrogance. I have a lot of money. I don't have to be afraid of anything and anyone. I can do anything and everything, anything and everything. I have so much influence because of money power. So we tend to do sinful activities. So that leads to sinful activities. Good, good looking, good appearance, soundarya, that is beauty. That also will have head weight, arrogance. I am the only handsome person. I am the only beautiful woman. Everybody is, behind me. So they'll be proud. That also leads to problems later. So like that. So both pious and impious activities will have to undergo miseries only at the end of the day. So here Kulashekar Alvar is instructing all of us, please do not get attracted to the worldly things. This is going to destroy us. So drive away Cupid. Kanagam Moolam, Kamini Moolam. The problems are coming because of Kanaga. What is Kanaga means? Well, Kamini means the opposite sex. All the problems comes because of that. So don't get alert to all these things. So keep the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda in our heart, who alone can save us from this material world full of miseries. So this is a bold challenge to Cupid. Who Kulashekar Alvar is challenging Cupid, who can usually subdue everyone, because Kamadeva, can subdue anyone and everyone. We'll all fall prey to Kamadeva. Even Naranarayana Rishis, Indra sent Apsaras, to allure whom? Naranarayana Rishis. Indra was afraid. Why? Because if they are successful in their meditation, they will strive for the Indra Padavi, the kingdom of Indra. So he was afraid. So to allure them, he sent Apsaras. Who is that? Ramba, Tilotama and all. But then what Narayana did? He created Urvashi from his own thighs, who is much, much more beautiful than the one Indra sent, Ramba and Tilotama. So that is Urvashi. And Naranarayana Rishi gifted Urvashi to Indra. Okay, you go and enjoy. We are not getting allured by the so-called material beauty. So that's why it's a challenge by Kulashekar Alvar to Kamadev. Because if we are not spiritually inclined, if we are not serving the Supreme Lord, there are every chances that we will glide down, will fall prey to the trap of Kamadeva. So including aspiring transcendentalist. What is the example here? Vishwamitra, right? Vishwamitra fell prey to Menaka. Then who was born? Who was born? Vishwamitra and Menaka. Shakuntala.
Shakuntala, yeah. Bharat's mother.
So, as Lord Kapila says to his mother, just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of a woman, who by the mere movement of her eyebrow can keep even the great conquerors of the world under her grip. Okay. Kapila Deva is instructing Mother Devahudi, try to understand the mighty strength of Maya. This is Maya only. Even Narada Maharshi was, subjected to test by Lord Krishna. Isn't it? So here, the Maya is so powerful, especially the Maya in the shape of a woman. So even the jnanis, the yogis, they fall prey to Maya, to the external energy of the Supreme Lord in the shape of a woman. And simply by the mere movement of her eyebrows, she can keep the greatest conquerors of the world under her. We know from the history that many kings, they had to undergo this test. Many kings in the past, they were all tested by the Maya, the women, the opposite sex. But what about the, the devotees? Are they affected? The pure devotees of the Lord? How do they deal with such Maya?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
How do the devotees deal with Maya? Maya means the Maya in the shape of a woman. Can they overcome? Or they also be subdued? Can you give some example who have conquered the Maya in the shape of a woman?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's right or not, but Arjun, when he went to Swargaloka, Urvasi was there, but he could conquer Urvasi because of his probably dedication towards Krishna, and probably Krishna protected him from all these things.
Yeah. So there was other reason also for that, because Arjuna considered Urvashi as mother. The Puru was keeping Urvashi in the material world. But then Urvashi said, Pururava, that is in the material world. In the Swargaloka, we are society girls. Doesn't matter. Okay, but the pure devotees who could conquer Maya. Who is that? No one knows? You all know. Very famous personality in our Sampradaya.
Prabhuji, Haridas Thakur.
Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Twice he was tested. Twice. One by real Maya in the shape of woman. One Maya Devi herself. And tested. But both time, she converted them into devotees.
What is it, Maya Devi, Prabhu? I didn't know
Maya
that
Devi,
one.
The Maya, external energy of the Supreme Lord.
She also tested, Prabhu, because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Only that first thing.
Yeah, twice. One by the prostitute sent by Ramchandra Khan. Another time, Maya Devi herself disguised in the shape of woman. So both times, Haridas Thakur made the prostitute, transformed her within 3 days. He made to chant Hare Krishna Mantra, made her a pure devotee, left everything, donated all her earnings, to Brahmanas, told her to stay there in the hut and worship Tulasi Devi, chant Hare Krishna Mahamandra, become perfect. So the pure devotees will never be subdued by Maya Devi. But jnanis, yogis, yes, there are chances. So here in Bhagavatam 3.31.38 also, it is a, just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of woman, who by the mere movement of her eyes can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. So here, Haridas Thakur is given as a devotee who could never be subdued, and who else is given? Vishwamitra is given. Yamunacharya. One second. Yeah, Haridas Thakur's example is given here. Yamunacharya's example is given here. See here, there are many instances in the history of the world of a great conquerors being captivated by the charms of Cleopatra. Kings were after that charm. One has to study the captivating potency of woman and man's attraction for that potency. From what source was this generated? According to the Vedanta Sutra, we can understand that everything is generated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is enunciated here, Janmadhyasyata. This means that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or the Supreme Person Brahman, the Absolute Truth, is the source from whom everything emanates. The captivating power of woman and man's susceptibility to such attraction must also exist in the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the spiritual world, and must be represented in the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. So all these are coming from the Supreme Lord only. This is just a reflected, perverted perversion that we are experiencing in this material world. Okay. So this is what Bhagavatam 3.31.38 says. A devotee can challenge Kamadeva, Cupid, in such a feisty way, because devotees constantly meditate on Lord Krishna, who destroys Cupid's influence. So those who always keep Lord in our mind, his lotus feet in our mind. Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, Lord says, what he says? Mayeva manadashva maye buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayeva ada, what is that? Ada urdham na samshaya, something like that. Okay. Mayeva manadashva. Keep your mind and intelligence on me. Fix your mind and intelligence on me. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, Ada urdham na samshaya. Definitely you'll come back to me. You'll be uplifted. You'll be delivered from this material existence. So try to fix your mind and intelligence on me. You'll be definitely delivered from this material existence and come back to me. Okay. So here, King Kulashekara is giving a warning to Kamdeva to leave the king's mind or risk destruction for a second time. Why second time? First, she has already been destroyed by Lord Shiva's fiery glance. Second time, now he will be destroyed by whom? By whom?
Murari.
Murari,
Krishna.
the disc, the chakra. The reference here is to an incident in which Kamadeva tried to shoot his arrows at Lord Shiva to arouse lust in him. Lord Shiva retaliated by burning Kamadeva to ashes with his glance. So who he is playing with? Lord Shiva. He is Dhira. Lord Shiva is called Dhira. So Kamadeva is trying to play with Dhira. Is it possible? No. But then Lord Shiva was attracted to Mohini Murti. How is that possible? Lord Shiva was running after Mohini. If he's Dhira, if he cannot be subdued by the Kamadeva, how come Mohini Murti subdued Lord Shiva? What was the reason?
Because it was Lord himself, Prabhu.
It was Lord, not Kamadeva. Lord himself wanted to test. So Lord can do anything and everything. So Lord wanted him to be attracted to his, beautiful form. So Kamadeva should have learned his lesson from that incident. If not, King Kulashekara wants the Lord Krishna will have no trouble destroying Kamadeva with his disc and freeing his devotees' mind of lust. So, giving a strict warning, don't try to occupy heart. Leave. Otherwise, you have to be destroyed. You will get destroyed. Because I've already placed the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Murari in my heart. So if you try to attack me or arouse lust in me, Murari will help me. He will use his chakra and destroy you again. So Kamadeva is also called Madana, a name that means one who attracts. Okay? But Lord Krishna is known as Madana Mohana. One who can even attract Madana is called Madana Mohana. So Kamadeva can be attracted by Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna is attracted by Radharani. That's why her name is Madana Mohana Mohini. Even Krishna, who is attractor of Madana, can be attracted by Radharani, who is known as Madana Mohana Mohini, the bewilderer of Cupid. In other words, Krishna is so transcendently attractive that anyone who absorbs his mind in him will not be troubled by sex desire. Furthermore, Lord Krishna's consort, Srimati Radharani, is called Madana Mohana Mohini because she alone can captivate even Krishna. No one else can captivate Lord Krishna because who is Radharani? Who is Radharani? What's her position? Pleasure potency. To give pleasure to Supreme Lord, his own potency, his own internal potency. So if Krishna is to enjoy, he has to be attracted to somebody, no? That is Radharani. So Radharani is also within him. She is not a separate identity. Yes, for Rasa Aswadan, she becomes separate. But actually they are one. It's not different from Sri Krishna. So in all the world's religions, ascetics have practiced renunciation and Kamadeva always tests them and gives them trouble. That's always happening. Just to see how sincere, how determined they are, Kamadeva tests them and gives them trouble. Often, despite one's best attempts at purification, one thinks of the opposite sex at the time of death. Then one has to come back in the cycle of birth and death to be again attracted and again suffer miseries of material life. So as long as we have the tendency to materially enjoy, to have sense gratification, we will have to come back again and again. We have to go through the Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi cycle. So even the powerful mystic Vishwamitra became a victim of beauty of Manaka, united with her and begot Shakuntala. So Vishwamitra Muni, was he a devotee? Who was he?
He was a king, actually, Prabhu.
Was he king? But on what platform?
He was meditating. He wasn't a devotee.
Was a jnani. Jnana platform. So even he was subjected to. So, but the bhaktas have discovered an infallible shelter from Cupid, absorption in the beauty of Krishna. One who is captivated by the beauty of Krishna is not victimized by lust, as Sri Yamanacharya sings. So, bhaktas, the pure devotees of the Supreme Lord, they are not at all subdued by the power of Maya. How much ever, because why? They have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord. The protection from the Supreme Lord is always with the bhaktas. It is not on their own strength. We have to understand that, okay, I am doing this because of my own strength. No, it is because I am in alignment with Krishna's desire. I have no separate desire. I am following the instructions of Supreme Lord. So Krishna is protecting me. That's what we always think. Never take the credit for us. It is my capability, it's my ability, my strength. No. We are a big zero. If there is no help from the Supreme Lord, if there is no protection from the Supreme Lord, we are a big zero. So bhaktas, they have totally surrendered to the will of the Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord will definitely protect his bhaktas from falling down. So that is what here it said. But the bhaktas have discovered an infallible shelter from Cupid. That shelter is the beauty of Krishna. What is the beauty of Cupid in front of the beauty of Krishna? It is, you can say it is zero. The beauty of Cupid is zero in front of the beauty of Krishna. It is said that, the beauty of this material world is very, very insignificant in comparison to the beauty of Apsaras in the heavenly planets. And their beauty is insignificant in comparison to the beauty of Lakshmi's. And Lakshmiji's beauty is insignificant if you compare the beauty with the gopis and Radharani. So, what is the position of Cupid here? So, the bhaktas, they are attracted to the beauty of Krishna, Shama Sundara, Tribhanga Lalita. One who is captivated by the beauty of Krishna is not victimized by lust. So, they will be out of this conditioning, lust. Usually, in the material world, everybody is attracted because of lust. But bhaktas are exempted because they are attracted to the beauty of Krishna, to love, not to lust. Love is the pure form. Lust is contaminated. Love is original. Lust is duplicate. The perverted form of love is less in the material world. So, as Sri Yamunacharya sings, Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padara vinde navanavara sadhamani udyatam brantumasit tadavadi pata nari sangame smaran mane Smaryamane bhavadi mukha vikara sushtu nishtivanam cha. Since my mind has been engaged in service of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and I have been enjoying ever new transcendental pleasure in that service, whenever I think of sex with a woman, my face at once turns from it and I spit at the thought. So, this is the position of pure devotees of Supreme Lord. So, they are not attracted to any worldly sense gratification. Because the rasa, the bliss that they get in the association of Krishna, and they, in everything, when they think of Krishna, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
A bit disturbance, Prabhu. Just
Some
a bit
disturbance, yeah.
disturbance. Just now it started.
1 second, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Is it okay now? Still,
No, Prabhu. Still there is some
Still
disturbance.
there is some disturbance.
back it slow. It's showing here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. It's okay. Can we continue or?
Prabhuji, I think we can, it's just 2 lines now, Prabhu. We can finish it off.
Sometime 1 or 2 minutes.
Oh. Prabhu, now it is still we cannot hear actually now. First it was better.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Is it okay? I'll put up the video for some time. Let's see how is it.
No, Prabhuji, it's not clear.
Put up the video. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Please tell me when this is clear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Is it audible now?
No, Prabhu, it's not normal, Prabhu.
Normal. Oh, I think there's some.
It's coming, but it's breaking, Prabhuji. Voice is breaking.
Some internet, I think. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
I think
Rama,
Prabhu, still it is disturbed, Prabhu.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Can we join
Krishna,
again?
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's okay? No? It's from what's left already or?
Yeah, Prabhu has left, Prabhu.
No problem. I think it's already almost over. Okay, so this class is over. We can stop here. It may take time because there is some problem with the internet. Yes. Okay, so we'll वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। Shaprabhat ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Jai Go Premanande Hari. So we'll meet you next class with sloka 23. Right? So please remember. Hare Krishna. Dana Pranam. And put up. I know already.